This Second Life vlog is for educational purposes only. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hello. I wanted to do a video just sort of talking to you about Second Life and what you can do here and how it kind of works. So, what is Second Life? Well, Second Life is a virtual environment. I see it as sort of a glorified chat room, but it's also a place where there's a lot of heavy role play. And by role play, I mean it could be family role play, as far as, relationships, marriages, children, the whole bit, to, vampire clans, to gang sims where you're, having gang fights and you're shooting at each other with handguns. It could be being a wolf and having a wolf family or wolf friends, or not having a family at all. It can be anything you want it to be. So there's a lot of role play. That is definitely a part of Second Life. Another part of Second Life is, and a huge part, a gigantic part of Second Life, is user-created content and also shopping. So whether you're on the end of shopping and you just really love to dress up your avatar in different hair and clothing and have different physical looks, or whether you're more interested in, say, earning a buck here, where you could actually take that money that you earn and you could have it deposited into your PayPal account, transferred into real life money. We have a currency form here in Second Life called the Linden currency. For about $5 of real life money, I think it's around 1,000 lindens. So for example, for like 1,000 lindens, I could go to a pretty good store and buy myself, a nice shape to wear, a nice skin to put on top of that shape, and a nice hair, and even maybe an outfit. You can go crazy here and spend a lot of money here from your real life. Generally, as a creator, I am a creator in Second Life, and as a creator, I tend to not have to really bring much money into Second Life. And so what I'll do is I'll create content, and generally I'll use that money to then purchase fashion items, or to have my own parcel, which we're on right now. This is my home in Second Life. I have a developed piece of property that I have a house and furniture inside, and my avatar is able to interact with those things using animations. It can be very PG, it can be somewhat mature, or we can go crazy and be very, very adult here, if you know what I mean. And so you really, when you log in, you can search for anything you want. You can think of any subculture, any type of role play atmosphere, or you can, I'm more of the type personally that I generally, if I'm interested in socializing, I will either go to some sort of a live music event. There are people here in Second Life who earn money not creating content, but by sort of playing the guitar and having a microphone and singing. I'm not very talented that way, but a lot of people are. There's also people who buy real estate here. If you look at a grid map, that's essentially what Second Life is in the raw form. It's a grid map, and you can go to different places. You can also, anyone can, if you have the money to invest, you can, purchase a piece of that grid, and then sell off parcels or rent off parcels for a small profit. And a lot of people do that here. A lot of people purchase land and parcel it out, even develop it, landscape it, kind of however far you want to take it. It's whatever you put into it. But people will create land and rent it out or sell it off, and use that as an opportunity to make money. And there is opportunity to make money. There are people here that are independently wealthy. If you're really good with Photoshop or some sort of any kind of graphics programs, then you really have a lot of potential to come here to build anything from clothing to houses, to hair, to furniture, to anything you can think of. You can make water, you can make anything you can think of, really. Your creativity can lead the path, to you to come here to make money. And it's also a great pastime, and if you can make money and bring it into the real world, then that's great. I can tell you, as a creator doing decent clothing, I'm not saying top of the line, but as a creator doing decent clothing and selling it here in Second Life, I have, my first month, I think I made $100 real life dollars, just to give you an idea. I think that was pretty decent. I don't think everybody does that. I did have a decent quality to them, but I'm just saying that there is potential. And there's also lots of tutorials. So anything that you might be interested in doing, from anything from, creating content like material, whatever. You could even get jobs in Second Life as a real estate agent. You could get jobs at a club doing hosting, where you just greet the people coming in and out. You could, if you are home and you're not doing anything else with your time, you could come here and you could, even just working without doing anything creative at all, without putting any money into the game, you could purchase free, free things, free hair, free skins, free shape. You could get free things to dress up your avatar, and you could actually get jobs here and earn enough money to where you might be able to bring some into your real life if you're somebody who's struggling. That's part of the reason why I really wanted to say this, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are either disabled, or they are single moms, or single dads, or people that have, a lot of time on their hands, housewives, new moms, whatever it may be, that, you can come here and you can really delve into, creating. And over time, you can actually build a business that's quite lucrative. There's a lot of people here that, bring in creating, some of your top store designers, easily are making a living here. So, I mean, it can be done. It really, really, like I said, has a lot to do with how much you want to put into it. And what your creativity is, or what kind of avenue you take. But this is a very highly user-created content type of place, more than I think any game that there is out there that I know of. And so for that reason, I think it's a great opportunity for people. It's also very addicting if you start to shop and you start to want to make yourself look cute, because you're always finding something new and you're always finding something that looks cuter. So very easy to come here and just drop a lot of dollars into it. So getting a job or creating content, it's all great ways to help maybe even balance it out, even if you're not looking to make a living in your real world by coming into a Second Life. Excuse me. So that stuff I wanted to point out. Second Life is not just a virtual sex environment. We actually have opportunities here, and socially, I have friends here that I originally came in 2007, as I said in my intro video. I've got friends here that go all the way back to, still 2008, that I'm very, very close to, that I've, developed very real relationships with here, just on a platonic level, that I care about very much. And I know about what goes on in their real life, and they know about what goes on in my life. And just over the years, we've developed such an open communication and trust level that we really, are friends, and will be probably forever, So the ability to establish real, true friendships is absolutely here when you get to not only just chat with each other, but interact with each other in such ways of going out to a dance club or playing a game together, sitting down at a table and playing a game together. You can legitimately play games like Texas Hold'em or poker or dice games. There's all kinds of things that you can do socially. Going to discussion groups and sort of, there's different discussion groups that you can go to about all different topics, and you can create your own if you see something that there's a need for a discussion group. And there's so much you can do here in that respect. There's also a thing with relationships here. A lot of people come here and get involved romantically with relationships, whether they separate that from their real life relationship, meaning there are people here that will separate whatever kind of real life relationship they have and see sort of their relationship here as more of a role play sort of pastime, in the effort to just enjoy the different experiences that Second Life has to offer when you do have a partner. Whether those be sexual or non-sexual is completely and entirely up to those individuals, but there are obviously lots of opportunities for that. There's also people who are absolutely looking for real life partners in Second Life. So if that's you, then yeah, that can happen here. It has happened. I know people that, came together in Second Life and brought it into real life and, are in happy, long-standing relationships. I also know people that have been swindled or tricked or thought they were going to be in somebody's relationship with them in real life, and it was people that who lied or perceived, tried to be somebody that they're not, and or lied to people, and essentially catfished. If you're familiar with the show Catfish on MTV, there's a lot of catfishers here also. So use your common sense going forward into Second Life, that all the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's all here, and you can really make it what you want to make it. But that's sort of what my take is on what is Second Life. Second Life is a virtual environment, and you can bring to Second Life whatever you want. You can make it whatever you want. You can explore it and decide when you get here. You could log in with a plan. You could be looking for making money. I just, encourage everybody that whatever it is that you want in your real life that you can't have, you could probably have it in Second Life. And that's not so bad. And it's a fun place to be, and you can get a lot of good out of it if you choose to. When you want to create an account, if you so choose to, after watching my video and I've piqued your curiosity, if you'd like to create an account, you would go to secondlife.com, and you can create a character/avatar. They have generic game ones that you start out with, and you can always go through and use your search function to find all the things that you're looking for, whether it be your body shape and your skin, your hair. You can find places and teleport around the grid and shop for things. You can enter your account information on the secured website and use PayPal or a credit card to enter, put money into Second Life, should you so choose to do so. There are actually, if you're looking for a help center, you can type that in. There are places that you can go to that people are there that will help you to navigate through Second Life and tell you what to do and where to go and how to obtain different things. I'll also be doing videos on those sort of topics as well, but use your search function and your hubs, your information hubs, and get whatever you can out of it. The viewer that I'm using is called Firestorm. I highly recommend that you go with a Firestorm viewer over the regular generic Second Life viewer. The reason why is, I believe for me, I think it just has a better interface. I like the buttons that you can use here. As you can probably guess, it does have a voice feature. You have your friends list. You have little suitcase here is your inventory, where it keeps all the different things that you purchase. And you can change your clothing or your hair. You can create note cards. You can upload photos from your real life into Second Life if you'd like to share them with friends, or you can upload content into Second Life to sell. All of those things we'll get into later. But here's your inventory, and That's a really important button. And up in the top right hand corner you have a music stream. So if I press that, nothing's on it right now, I guess. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's your music stream. There's a video stream. You can watch TV here. If you purchase a TV, you can actually watch TV here. You can watch movies. These are all your volume keys and voice. Just some buttons at the top. Your account, merchant outboxes for selling, buy Lindens, which you can also use up in the right hand corner, the buy Linden button. Or you can go to secondlife.com and use that. You can upload images, sounds, animations, mesh models, all that you'll see later. But your preferences, if you go to your preferences, a lot of what you're doing in Second Life, you're going to use these preferences. There are voice settings. If you'd like to enable voice, you'll find it under Sound and Media, Voice Settings. Enable your voice. You might want a toggle key. So you can toggle your voice turning on and off. There's different audio settings if you'd like to select your microphone input. There's definitely a lot of choices, so definitely explore all this. Your privacy is great. That's a great way to kind of monitor how you want to be contacted or by who. You can change your font sizes if you need to see something bigger. Yeah, there's a lot of different settings and stuff that you can look at. Just make sure whenever you change something, you hit apply first and then you hit OK. I'm just going to X out here because I really don't want to change any of my preferences right now. But there's your preferences, your search button. If you decide that you see something that you're interested in, like say for instance here's a jazz club event, there's the event details popping up, and right here it gives me a teleport button. So if you see the location is Smooth Jazz Club and Lounge, I can teleport to that location if I'm interested in either exploring that area or if I would like to go to that event. There are so many types of things that you can do, so I won't bother to bore you with all the things you can do. But you have your classified ads at the bottom, your events. You can click in these tabs. You can search the classified ads. You can search events. You can look for land and homes. You can look for groups to join. You can basically look for clubs to go to under places. You can check off what kind of maturity rating you're interested in. If you're not interested in adult content, uncheck it. If you're not interested in mature content and you'd like to stay kind of a PG thing, then just have this checked. And then you search whatever you're interested in. And there you go. So if you'd like to learn more about how to obtain free items, how to get yourself set up in Second Life with a look, I will do a video about that. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I hope that I have piqued your interest in Second Life. And if you are more interested in my videos, then absolutely comment, rate, subscribe, tell a friend, put a link in your profile. I don't think there's a whole lot of people doing this, and my goal is to reach a lot of people, help people in world, out of world, wherever, to get them interested in Second Life. And thank you for watching.